Alright, here we are. We're with Bam. It's Dad and Bam Bam out here today in the woods. It's our second day of metal detecting. Right now we're in an old quarry. Now this is an old quarry from probably the early 1900s. Where what I've been doing is going to these quarries. This probably hasn't been used in 100 years. But we'll take a walk up here and we'll take a look and we'll show you what you can look for that I find you can find stuff on. You can find stuff on. Hold on. They're going to build a staging area, and you can find that because it looks like a foundation, but only they use real small pieces of granite. And you can see all these piles of granite. I don't know if you guys can see that, but out there, those are called slag piles. I used to work in a quarry for many years, you know, modern quarry, but this is an old quarry. This quarry here is probably 1890s. 1900s. You can see the wall back there. Let's go back over here a little bit. And that wall right there, where they hand chisel these off. They didn't have a lot of equipment back then to do this, so what they did was they built a landing area, which the landing area for this one is over here. And if you go out in the woods and you find a landing area, it's a good place probably to look with a metal detector, because this is where the guys would stand around, and this is where the loads of granite would be pulled, you know, out of the quarry and brought up here, fashioned onto a cart with oxen, or they had the old trucks, of course, early 1900s, 1920s. This was a flat area here, so I'm going to try and get down here and show you what I'm talking about. You'll be able to tell. It kind of looks like a foundation. Actually, it kind of is. Now here's an old pipe. I see that's a water line pipe. This goes to show me that in this one here they had water. They were using water to bore holes in. And nowadays it's all done by compressed air hammers, air drills, air hammers. Now see down here. See that? You look along here. Careful, Bam. See that? You guys can see that. That is a landing area. These guys built these things, okay, to put their granite on, put their oxen, their carts and all that stuff here, and even vehicles, so they would be sturdy, because, you know, it's muddy out here, and you know, you're out in the middle of the woods. We're out in the middle of nowhere, but you see that big pine tree right in front, right in the middle. That pine tree is probably a good 90 years old, so it's right in the middle. You gotta be real careful though here, metal detecting, because there's a lot of iron in the ground. We came up here and walked the tote road up here, and we found a 1962 quarter. But there you can see some of the cabling system right here, which brought this stuff up here. That's cable right there. And down here on the bottom, I'm probably not going to go down that far today, but down there you're going to find there's a big huge wheel. And what they used to do in the old days, and still do nowadays, is they saw it. They got a wheel on both sides, and it's a diamond encrusted cable, and they run it through. Think of slicing bread, and that's how they slice the granite. And then we drill holes in the top of it, and we put like an acetylene liquid in it, and it makes a suction cup, and the cranes will pull them right out of the ground just like that. That's how we do it nowadays, but back then they didn't. They bolted them, and they pulled them up bolted. But this is the area we're going to try for today. And here's Bam Bam. She's got her stuff. She's ready to roll. Like I said, we found one quarter so far, 1962, walking up here. But I'm going to go down here and show you guys a little bit more of this quarry before we sign off and let you know what we find, if we find anything here. Go up this way. A lot of ticks out here. I had one on me the other day, deer ticks, and that causes Lyme disease, especially in New England where I am. It's pretty prevalent. But here is, you can look down here, this is a quarry. This is part of this quarry they've worked. Well, you see natural spring water coming out of this. What happens is, you know, these things get down so deep they hit water. And they can't pump it out fast enough. So they abandon them. And plus the granite gets real flaky. Then you get problems too, because it's useless when they try and sell it. So let's go head down this way. This is, we're all standing on a big ledge here from the granite, and over there, this is a granite quarry. A lot of these quarries you can swim in nowadays. Well, when I was growing up back in the 70s, it's late 60s and 70s, but you know, nowadays everything's posted, you know, because people abuse the privilege and it gets taken away. Down here, this is another staging area here. Little slag piles nowadays. There's a big slag pile in front of you right there. See, nowadays. But see, here's the wheel. Here's one of the wheels right here they used to cut this with. So this kind of leads me to believe that this whole area was mined in the in the turn of the century, 1900, 1910, 20. I live in a granite town. Town is all quarries. There's still working quarries around here, but nobody really seems to metal detect these, huh, Bam Bam? But I grew up here, so I know where they all are, and there's a ton of them around here. I know where they are, and there's a ton of deer in here too. That's unfortunately why there's deer ticks. But what's that?
Why don't we go back up there?
Yeah, I think we're going to head back up that way, and we're going to do that. But I wanted to show these guys what these, if we can get another look. Let's take one more look down here and see. Watch it. Yeah, be careful. You don't want to go under those branches too much because these ticks are. Somebody pulled something out of there, huh?
Yep.
I don't know if we get a bear in here, but we're pretty much in the woods, so there's a possibility of that in here. We get bear around, but I don't know if you guys can see that off in the distance. That's a big, huge slag pile right there. That's years and years and years. These guys probably worked this quarry for 25, 30 years probably back in the day. And up there on the top is where I want to work. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's the platform. And that's probably where the guys stood around, and did their thing. And here's a small platform right in front of us here. That's where they did their thing, ate their lunch, loaded their stuff, hung around. Right, Bams? Whoa, you all right? Watch out for those branches. So, we're going to go up this way. Unfortunately, I'm doing this all on my phone because my camera's broken. Video camera's broken, unfortunately. So I don't know if I can stop and pause this or whatever. I don't think I can. I'm not sure. But if I can't, I'll post another one with the finds that we find today. And so you guys get a chance to see. Including that 1962 quarter I found. But in this whole area so far, I've only found 3 coins, 62,
That's so...
61 or 62, I can't remember, penny and a 1978 penny. But these pennies that I found, I think were a guy hunting. He was on top of a big, huge ledge, and you could see where this was all padded down. People use it to hunt off of. And he probably pulled something out of his pocket back in the 60s, 70s, and dropped his pennies on the ground. That's probably what happened. Anyways, heading back up here, and see what we got over here. Yeah, so we're going to start looking right in here, and I'll let you guys know, even in the second video, so look for a second video of this one. Let you know if we find anything. We'll talk to you later. Say bye, Bam Bam.
Bye.
Bye.